What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, the most dangerous time in any domestic violence situation that a person can find themselves in is the moment they're trying to leave. Now, this story's been out for a while, and I waited a little bit to see more information came out, and it did. And it's concerning this woman here. May she rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, the woman you see up here is Pamela Alcantara. She's 26 years old, or she was 26 years old, from Bronx, New York. This woman was last seen March 2nd getting into an elevator in her apartment complex in the Bronx around 2 o'clock a.m. She was FaceTiming with her mom as she got in the elevator. She hasn't been seen since. This past Thursday, March 6th, her body was found on the side of an expressway in a red suitcase. Her remains. Now, last night, her boyfriend, this guy right here, JuniorPerez-Diaz, she's 26, he's 46, was arrested for her murder. He's been charged with the following charges so far. He's charged with murder, manslaughter, and kidnapping. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this story, and when we catch back up, I'll come back and say a few things. Check it out.
Now, disturbing discovery in the Bronx. Police are now on the hunt for whoever stuffed the dead body of a woman into a suitcase and left it along the Sawmill River Parkway. Surveillance video captured the last time she was seen alive going into the building where she previously lived with her ex-boyfriend, and now her ex is in police custody. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu live in the Fordham section with more. Janice.
Hi there, David. Yeah, as you mentioned, that ex is currently being held in custody here at the 46th precinct in the Bronx. He's been questioned by police. He has not been charged, though law enforcement sources do say that charges could be filed sometime today. Now, Pamela Alcantara's family says they are convinced the ex is the one who killed her. They say she recently broke off their 3-year relationship and was in the process of moving out from the apartment they shared on Morris Avenue in the Bronx. Her family reported the 26-year-old missing to police on Sunday after she didn't show up for church. Now, there is surveillance video that shows her getting into an elevator in her building just after midnight on Sunday, but there is no video of her leaving that building. Then on Thursday, Alcantara's body was found stuffed inside a suitcase near the Palmer Road exit of the northbound side of the Sawmill River Parkway. Her family, of course, now devastated. They say she was so close to moving on with her life.
She was supposed to move, and I think he found out. He used to put a recorder on the car and recorder on the bedroom, so he can know everything what happened. What is she doing?
The only thing that she did say to my aunt was, "Mom, pray for me." She said that to her on last Thursday. She said, "Mom, I just want you to pray for me," and that was all.
Well, community members as well as faith leaders in the area will be gathering for a vigil at 6 o'clock at the apartment that she shared with her ex-boyfriend. Again, that's happening at 6 o'clock this evening. Live in the Bronx, Janice Yu, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Eso es lo que tú eres, un perro, un animal, un monstruo. Que solo Dios y yo sabemos, maldito monstruo, monstruo.
They called him a monster, the devil, and a dog. The emotional scene Friday night outside the 46th precinct in the Bronx as JuniorPerez-Diaz was charged with the kidnapping and murder of his ex-girlfriend.
Justicia para Pamela! Justicia para Pamela! Justicia para Pamela! Justicia para Pamela!
Meanwhile, the cries for justice for Pamela Alcantara echo just a few blocks away on Morris Avenue. The victim's family gathering for a prayer vigil outside the apartment building where she last lived with Perez-Diaz.
Junior Perez was charged, and so our prayers have been answered. Yes. Our prayers have been answered.
Police say he killed the woman and then dumped her body along the Sawmill River Parkway. Investigators locating her remains inside this red suitcase in Yonkers Thursday morning.
Ninguna madre sufra.
I don't want no mother to suffer what I'm living through today.
Her mother rushing to New York from the Dominican Republic, trying in vain to find her. Alcantara was last seen FaceTiming her while entering her elevator Sunday morning. But the devout Christian never made it to church. Sources say detectives asked Perez-Diaz where Alcantara was, and he told them she left in her pajamas carrying a big red suitcase. They later discovered video showing him allegedly wheeling her body out of the building in that suitcase and into his car.
She was afraid to say, I'm getting hurt.
The victim's aunt believes Alcantara suffered in silence from her abuser, but was set to move out.
She never complaining about it. She was so quiet. She hid it inside.
Si no le ponemos un paro, ella no va a ser una, van a seguir haciendo más niñas.
If they don't put a stop to this, it's not only going to be my daughter that's going to die because of domestic violence, but many others will.
Law enforcement sources tell me that no domestic violence reports were ever filed by the victim. As for the suspect, he has 2 prior drug arrests, we are told, and is now waiting his arraignment at court.
Okay, guys, you've seen that. And I'm be honest with you, I would show this dude no leniency whatsoever. Said the family of Miss Alcantara said, we already found her a place and she was going to move into. We also brought her a car so she can use it. So let me tell you something. Now, just that statement alone, I'm thinking, there are a lot of people out here that want to control you. A lot of this domestic violence you see is about control. You have to put your hands on somebody to subdue them. Whether it's a man or woman, the shit is wrong. But I do want to say this, man. A lot of times when people control you, to try to control access to things that they think you need or you definitely do depend on, and they'll try to put a wedge between themselves and you to where you have to succeed to their demands for you to even enjoy life abundantly as you should, whether you're a partner or not with this person. This guy's dog shit. They caught him taking the suitcase out and putting it in his car while he lied to police and said that she left on her own. Because remember, if you look back and listen to a couple of key clues in one of those videos I showed you, she was supposed to be going there and getting some of her stuff. And that's the thing. You never know. I've been in positions where I broke up with chicks and had stuff over their house. And right as I'm getting the last little bit, they waiting to just jump on you, want to fight you, and they hate you and all of this type of stuff just because you want to get away for your own sanity. Nobody should suffer in silence. The mom said, yeah, she suffered in silence. Most likely, yeah. And this goes on every day out there. And not just with men, with women. This happened a lot with men, but men don't want to admit that they didn't do anything. So a lot of this stuff goes right up under the rug. I want you to look at this picture up here. Look at how he left her. A 46-year-old man came up with a story because a 26-year-old woman was leaving him and he left her on the side of the highway in her suitcase. Just right there on the side of the road. Think about that. So his whole thing was to set it up to where she did come get her stuff and she left. Whatever happened to her after that, I don't know. Cameras and surveillance caught him right in his lie. Now they taking him in. I want you to think about something. He's 46, she's 26. That's a 20-year difference. 20 years is a lot of time for a human being on the planet as far as acquiring knowledge and wisdom, especially into adulthood. When she was born, he was what, 20 years old? So he'd been an adult for a while before they met up. And I want you to think about it. 46 years old, 46 miles down the road of life. You should have a lot of wisdom and intelligence in how to deal with somebody at 26 years old. If you choose to jump in that deep side of the pool and put yourself in a relationship with a woman that young, to where it would aid you in building a relationship with this girl because you would have time and patience, because a lot of stuff she's going to go through in life you have already went through, and it would help with the ups and downs and ebbs and flows in a relationship between a younger person and an older person. But you never see that. You never see that. Why? Because dudes like this or women like this that deal with younger people, their mindset is still where that person's at. And even though their age and their physical attributes show their real age, their mind is stuck back in that of the person's age range that they are dealing with. I know a lot of dudes out here that will not mess with women their age because their mindset can't handle a woman with wisdom and somebody on their level because they haven't did the right things they were supposed to do, to where they probably wouldn't deal with somebody that's 20 years younger than them. This guy 46 years old. I'm 52. I'm not going to mess with somebody 32 years old knowing that I got things that, she's going through and she got to go through, that I've already passed these milestones. She would have to be a hell of a woman for me to even deal with her. Now, once you pay attention, this girl went to church, did all this other stuff, had God in her heart, but the devil in her home. And when she tried to flee from the hell he was creating for her, it cost her big. It cost her big. It's easy for people to say, hey, get out of these situations, do this and do that. But a lot of times people are so trusting or thinking that people won't do something to them. But when you push any animal against the wall or push them in a position where they feel as though they have no choice, they will lash out. And this guy did because of his own stupidness. 46 years old, and couldn't carry a relationship with a 26-year-old girl on a level without having to put your hands on her or do something to her. Now that suitcase looks like it's big. I don't know how big this girl was, but I mean, and I don't want to put nothing out there. I mean, how did he get her in there besides dismembering her? I don't know if he dismembered her or not. Don't quote me on that, but I think he dismembered her. I'm like, in no way he contorted her to get into a suitcase. Either way, man, this is as savage as it gets, and it's sad. May she rest in peace. Prayers and condolences to the family. Like, as always, Stock Market Steve with the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It never ceases to amaze me how, like, some people don't think, and they say, hey, you 20 years older than me. What you want with me? Or an older man say, hey, what you want with me? I'm a 46-year-old man. It's like nobody ever connects with that. And then the thing that's crazy, like, I think about that a lot, where, like I said, I'm 52. If a 28 or 26-year-old girl came up to me and was liking me, that's about it. No, maybe I see it differently. Something would be wrong. What you want my old ass for? Then again, people live in the past and want to stay there. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.